Ora bem, recebemos esta informação ligada mesmo à morte do vice-presidente de Malawi, vítima de um acidente aéreo, e a esta altura o contacto é com o jornalista Joab Chakwera, do Malawi, para sabermos mais incidências em volta desta tragédia. Good afternoon, Chakwera. We had this information about the plane crash that killed the Vice President of Malawi. My question is, how is the people and the government of Malawi is facing this situation?
So this is news that has just been confirmed this afternoon through an address that was done by the President that confirmed that the Vice President of the Republic of Malawi, Dr. Saulos Chilima, has passed on. The mood in Malawi is somber and sad, considering that Dr. Chilima was the Vice President of the Republic, but he was also the president of a political party called UTM. So people are really sad, and the mood is very, very somber, and everybody is feeling very, very bad about the news.
Okay, and what other elements are around this accident? So yesterday we had the information that the airplane has disappeared, and then how did you receive this information, and what is the information around this tragedy?
So what we know so far is that a few days ago there was the death of a gentleman who used to be a prominent lawyer in Malawi, and he was once an attorney general for the Malawi government some years back. His death was sudden and shocking as well, and he was a young man, he was a gentleman who was hugely followed by a lot of people and admired and respected by many lawyers in Malawi. So as you would expect, he had a lot of friends in government and even outside. So he was accorded all the respects of a state funeral by the government, and his body was taken to be buried in the northern region of Malawi in a district called Nkatabe. Now, the former vice president, or the deceased vice president, was a personal friend to the departed lawyer, but also being a former government official, he was assigned to go and attend the funeral of this lawyer who had just died. Now, the weather in the northern region has been very foggy and sometimes rainy and very cold around this time. So the plane that was carrying the president started off from Lilongwe, going to the northern region. It was planned to land in Mzuzu, where the president was supposed to go by car to Nkatabe to attend the burial ceremony. However, we are informed that when the plane started off from Mzuzu, it could not land in Mzuzu because the weather was very bad, and they were advised to return to Lilongwe. When they were returning to Lilongwe, that is when the tragic event happened. So as you would expect, it is news that was not quickly shared with the general public, because obviously the authorities were still trying to establish what had happened. But eventually news broke out that the plane had gone missing. So at that time, what we knew was that the plane had gone missing. Apparently, the plane went missing sometime around 10 o'clock in the morning, but news started filtering through the media and social media sometime around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it was confirmed later in an address by the president that indeed the plane had gone missing. However, there were fears that the plane had crashed, but at this time it was difficult to conclude that the plane had crashed. So at this time, the news was the plane had gone missing, and they're still looking for it and trying to see if there are any people who are still surviving or anything like that. So people went to bed last night with the news that the plane had gone missing and had not yet been found. And today we woke up hoping and praying that maybe the plane would have been found and the people would have been found alive. But by morning today, we still had not received news that the plane had been found. And this led to suspicions that maybe the plane had crashed and the people might have died. And that is when we got confirmation around 12 o'clock today that indeed the plane had crashed and all the people who were in the plane died immediately.
Okay, Joab, just one last question. What the Malawian law says about the vice president replacement? What will be the next step in terms of government?
What I know is that there's a provision that the president can appoint someone to become the next vice president. I am not sure of the particular section, but this is what I know from my gatherings around this issue. The president is at liberty to identify any individual that he wants to make vice president.
Okay, Joab, thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Estamos a conversa com Joab Frank Chakwera, jornalista de Malawi, em volta mesmo desta morte do vice-presidente de Malawi, morte confirmada nesta terça-feira, dia 11. Saulos Chilima morreu vítima de acidente aéreo que ontem a aeronave havia sido dada como desaparecida. A informação foi confirmada então que devido ao mau tempo a aeronave despenhou-se numa região no norte de Malawi.